Well, hello, Globies. I am here at Tree Lake in Arizona, and it's just beautiful here. I'm going to show you just what it looks like. Hold on a minute and look over here. Is that simply gorgeous? And we are parked right a couple of feet from the water. We're able to walk out. It's just a peaceful, tranquil setting. And you know, it's the perfect place to talk about the topic that Danette is going to talk about in this video. So come on and join me and Danette as I interview her on a subject that I think is relevant to many nomads, and that is the topic of what to do when you're a caregiver and you want to be a nomad but your family needs you.
Hi, what it do?
What it do, DG? Come on and have a seat, Danette, why don't you? And we're going to talk about something that's kind of a difficult topic to talk about, but it affects so many nomads, and you know, it may affect you in the future. You were telling me you've been a caregiver much of your life.
Yes, absolutely.
And do you want to share a little bit about some of your experience as a caregiver?
So, I guess it really started for me when I was about 15, just after I got my permit, and it was a good thing because my mother came down ill with tonsillitis, and it had gotten so bad to where she couldn't breathe, and it was my responsibility to make sure that she had gotten to the hospital and she had gotten medical care. And I had to make sure that I knew all her medical information. So I've been doing this for a while, and she now has MS. So I make sure that she stays pretty stable.
So you were telling me that you had been wanting to get on the road for a while for your own just mental health and just taking care of yourself, because so often caregivers, I've seen it happen many times, where a caregiver is so invested in taking care of the person that they're looking after that they neglect themselves. And in fact, they go down and then there's no one to take care of them or the person that they're taking care of. In fact, when you get on a plane, one of the things the pilot first says is to parents, if you're with a child, put the oxygen on yourself first before putting it on the child, the little oxygen that drops down from the ceiling. And that being that if you don't take care of you, you can't take care of anyone else. You were telling me that you were just completely depleted. Your reserves were gone, your tank was empty, and you just needed to do something to take care of yourself. And that's one of the reasons you went on the road. Is that correct?
That is correct. 2020 came along, and you know, it amplified absolutely everything for all of us. And for me, it amplified how empty I was and how just completely done that I was. And I felt like my life didn't matter anymore. So it had come to the point where I was really contemplating whether I should be here or not. And so at that point, I decided it was time for me to sell absolutely everything and go and find out what makes me happy and what fills me up, so that I can continue to take care of her later.
Well, let me ask you this, because so many caregivers, and I know myself as the parent of a special needs child, we feel guilty when we do something for ourselves. So how did you deal with that guilt and give yourself permission, which you don't need, but give yourself permission to, you know, for once in your life, put yourself and some of your needs first?
It is something that I deal with every day. However, I think starting part-time, taking small trips, coming back, check on her, make sure she's okay, and then go back out again, I think that helped to know that she will survive without me. She'll figure it out. And she's still in good enough health where she can survive on her own for a while. So I think right now, I'm just going full-time about 3 months ago. So I'm feeling pretty confident, but it is a guilt that I deal with every day, because if something were to happen, you know, spontaneously, I'm not there. Right now, I'm halfway across the country from her.
But your mom is still working, so she is, and it's looking like it may not be for a very long time, but she is working, and you do need to, again, take care of you.
Right. And I had to learn that the hard way. So she's still fighting to have a normal life. What she deems as normal. So I figured it was time for me to fight to have a normal life, what I thought was normal. And for me, that's traveling. I've always loved when she and I took road trips when she was younger and healthier. We'd go to, grandma's house, or we'd go to Florida. I always loved those. So I thought, getting on the road was the best for me. And it has been great therapy.
Well, coming to terms with our needs can be difficult, and I'm so glad to have met you and to have heard your story, and I think this will speak to so many other people, and it may encourage some people that are out there and have used up all their reserves and really want to get on the road. It may encourage them to look at some options that would allow them to do that and still be a source of support for the people that they love, but also do some things for them without feeling that guilt. And is there any steps that you would suggest specifically, or do you want to come back at another time maybe and give that some thought? Because I know I'm catching you off guard here.
I would say for caregivers, take small steps first, because there is the guilt factor. There is the what if factor. You're constantly thinking, well, what if this and what if that? I would say if you're in a place where you're knowing that you need to take some time for yourself, take small steps. Do small things for yourself first, and then let that grow. And just start taking care. Just like every van lifer out here, just start. Jump in your car and let's go. Just start taking care of yourself.
Start going to beautiful places like this, where tranquil places, although we do have a lot of people on ATVs coming out this weekend, but tranquil places where you can commune with nature and get back in tune with who you are, because it sounds like at one point you kind of lost who Danette was.
And I think for myself, starting to be a caretaker at around 15 and then having a child very young, you kind of you lose yourself, but you don't really know who you are. So I feel like it's my time right now, and I'm embracing that fully now. But that it took steps, but it took a very dark period to realize that I needed to do that. But hopefully this will help anybody else take those steps before they hit the dark period, because it's a scary time.
Well, thank you so much for sharing such a personal story.
But she's somebody else in the making. First, she just gotta stop all the faking.
If you've had those experiences, maybe you want to share a little bit on the comments and where you are in your journey. If you're just getting ready to hit the road, if you're contemplating it, and we will see you down the road, Danette, and see how things are going for you on your journey of rediscovery.
Absolutely. I'll see you down the road. Live deliciously.
Okay, bye-bye. And before I leave, I'm going to just say thank you to the gentleman who shot our thumbnail for us.
You're
And what is
welcome.
your name?
My name's Kevin Knoll.
Kevin.
From Wisconsin.
And you have a TikTok.
I do TikTok. Kevin Knoll 130 at TikTok.
You never know. When you're out on the road, you're going to meet all kinds of other people who will help you. He was so kind to even turn his music off so I wouldn't get a copyright, or Danette wouldn't get a copyright on this video. So thank you, Kevin, and go check out Kevin Knoll on TikTok.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a great day,
You
guys.
too.
Come join me in Cancun, Mexico for the Queen's Rising Retreat, a self-empowering rediscovery of your crown. This is a 6-day, 5-night retreat in a luxury home with a pool, all meals provided from a private chef, 1 adventure excursion, 3 days of empowering activities, and more. If you book early or pay in full, you get up to $100 off the regular price. This is an experience you won't forget.
Then that's where she'll go. That's where she'll is all you got.